The following video is brought to you by Otto versus Otto! What's happening? This 6 de Mayo, Otto versus Otto! The Cinnamon Panocha versus the Sniveling Crybaby! Otto versus Otto! May the best Otto win! What up, everybody who talks boxing, comments about boxing, and makes boxing videos? So I'm letting you know right now, I'm going to play devil's advocate just a little bit in this video. I was reading on some boxing articles and I came across this one. Hopefully I'll remember to put the link in the description. Basically, Triple G made a statement saying that the fight between Canelo and Chavez Jr. is bad for boxing. And then in that article, he basically said that it's bad for boxing because it's another catch weight, and why does Canelo have to, he's already fighting somebody who has a hard time making their weight anyways. Why does he have to drain them further? And I have to say, this is a little bit hypocritical. And let me explain why. And no, I'm not hating on Triple G. I'm still a Triple G fan. I just think in this particular case, I think he's a little bit wrong. I don't think it's bad for boxing. I don't think this fight is bad for boxing at all. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to support it. And the reason, I've gone into the reasons multiple times. I'll leave. All you got to do is check out the video before this one. Or 2 videos, sorry. Because the last one before this one was Deontay Wilder. But check out the video before that one where I was talking about promoters. I titled it, "Let Us Give Thanks to Those Who Deserve It." But anyways, check out that video and you'll see the reasons why I'm not going to support the fight. However, I don't think the fight is bad for boxing. I don't think it's bad for boxing at all. I just don't want to support either of these guys. But the fight itself is not bad for boxing. And to say that, that it's bad for boxing because it's at a catch weight, when you asked for a catch weight to fight Andre Ward, which I don't think he was in the wrong for asking. Hey, I just want to make that clear. I don't think he was in the wrong for asking for the catch weight. It's just, to me, the circumstances are very similar. So why would you say that it was okay for you to ask for a catch weight against Andre Ward, but as far as I know, this is a non-title fight. Canelo is going to fight Chavez Jr. at a catch weight. So I don't see anything wrong with that in itself. So that's why I say it's a little bit hypocritical. Now, it's not the same thing as what Canelo tried, asking for his 155 bullshit catch weight for a title. Because that was a title fight that, they were trying to negotiate. So that's where it's different, where he turned down that catch weight. That was very different from what happened with Ward and what's happened here with Canelo and Chavez Jr. I really think that this is just a case of sour grapes, because every time that Triple G goes into negotiations with Golden Boy for that Canelo fight, they try him with some bullshit. And I honestly think that, you know, this statement that he made is really just sour grapes, which is understandable. I mean, what sense does it make that Canelo would only fight him at 155 pounds, but he's willing to go up to 164 and a half pounds to fight Chavez Jr.? That doesn't make any sense. Apparently you can make the weight, so why aren't you fighting at full-blown middleweight? And I mean, Canelo is just a weight bully. I mean, I foresee him fighting in every division as long as he's able to do this, because eventually he'll be older and he won't be able to do it anymore. But I foresee him in every division that he fights not fighting at the full-blown weight. And it's not because he can't make it, it's because he knows that he's the A side in most cases. Pretty much every case except for Floyd Mayweather. So he wants to flex his A side to give himself as much advantage as he possibly can. It's genius, but it's pussy at the same time. I mean, let me just call a spade a spade. Let me just say how it is. That's what it is. I mean, he's smart. He's a smart pussy, is what he is. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, in a way, a lot of these guys manipulate the weights. He just does it on a whole nother level. I mean, a lot of these other guys, they're bigger, but they know they can make a lower weight, so they're fighting smaller guys. And because we don't do same-day weigh-ins, they're fighting at really a division that they probably shouldn't be fighting at. But the landscape of boxing is what it is. So, I mean, we kind of have to deal with it. But at least there's still somewhat of some stature. There's still some structure there. Whereas what we got here with Canelo is like, okay, so you fight at 168 pounds. Let me bring you down about 5 pounds. And that seems to be what his strategy is. He wants to secure the win before he even steps in the ring, which it seems like that win is already secured anyways, because look at these scorecards. Someone actually gave him the win on the Mayweather fight. And I'm no Floyd Mayweather fan. Someone actually gave it to him. Someone, you know, he was actually winning on the cards against Khan. When Khan, as far as boxing is concerned, Khan was giving him the business. So, I mean, he kind of secures the win anyways. Shit, I'll give you my prediction right now. I think Canelo's going to win that fight. Whether he actually wins the actual fight, it might be a different story. But I think win, lose, or draw, he'll get the W because of Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, I don't know who he's wearing fishnets for. I don't know who he's sharing his cocaine with, but it seems like everybody is willing to just give Canelo the win just because he's promoted by Golden Boy. So, but that's my prediction. Just gonna throw that out there. But yeah, I don't think this fight is bad for boxing. I just have my own personal reasons and convictions why I am not going to support it. Now, by support it, I mean financially. I mean, let's be real. all these people can say that they're gonna boycott Golden Boy. People like me can say that they're not going to support this fight. But the fact of the matter is, because of how rich the history is with Mexican boxing tradition, it's gonna make a decent amount of money. It'll probably do better than most pay-per-views have been doing recently. It probably won't do as good as Oscar De La Hoya or Al Heyman will want it to. You know, it won't be good by their standards. I mean, they'll save face and say it was a success, but in the back of their head, they'll be saying to themselves that they didn't make as much money as they had hoped. But I think it will do better than a lot of these recent pay-per-views. It'll probably be the highest grossing one of the year so far. So I think, actually no, by that time Joshua will have fought Klitschko. There's a possibility that just because of the star power that Joshua has gained and just how loyal his fan base is, I think they could possibly be the highest grossing at that point, even when this fight happens. But it wouldn't surprise me if this fight does better than the AJ Klitschko fight, because the heavyweight division is still, you know, it's still not as popular. It's getting there, but it doesn't have the same popularity as, you know, two top. I mean, you got Canelo, who's the biggest current Mexican boxer as far as name is concerned, and then you got the privileged son of, you know, one of probably the biggest Mexican boxer ever as far as boxing names are concerned. I mean, it's kind of hard for this fight to actually fail, but we'll see. I mean, only time will tell. But yeah, I just think it's sour grapes as far as Triple G is concerned. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Triple G's not one that I really take for a hater. But I think as long as Canelo is fighting other people, Triple G will always find a negative to bring up. And I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya does the same thing. Every time Triple G has a fight, he wants to downplay Triple G and not act like he's nothing. And then a lot of these dumbasses go along with it. Oh, Triple G ain't shit. See how Canelo flexes his A side. Who gives a fuck? Really? Who cares? Do you really? Is it gonna matter how much of an A-side he is if he gets his ass knocked out in the ring? No! If he ends up in the hospital, his body is not gonna, you know, his mom, his daughter, his girlfriend or fiance or whatever he has, they're not gonna give a damn about that A-side shit if he ends up in the hospital. Real talk. It's just bullshit. The A-side shit is just garbage. They're like, y'all are like high schoolers. Like, you're voting for prom queen. Fucking bullshit. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think, though, about anything that I talked about. Whether it be how good this fight is gonna do. Do you think it's actually bad for boxing? Do you think that Triple G's not being hypocritical? I mean, I'm curious to know what y'all think. But it's like I said, you know, don't take it the wrong way. I still support Triple G. I don't count it as the same thing as what happened with Ward. I don't count, or what happened with Canelo, I mean. But y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all agree, disagree, or indifferent. But to all my subscribers, anybody watching my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble on this video, have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.
I am so authentic. I'm so authentic. They try to figure me out, but this is not a gimmick. Hi, hip hop. Don't act like you don't know me. We got the same mama. Don't you try to disown me. I'm just a mixed breed. Call me a day walker. Cause I walk in the sun, but at night I'm a stalker. If you looking for blood, come run in my lane. The vein never runs dry. There's plenty of it, man. I speak an ancient language. They don't understand me. It's called the truth. I break it down. They try to reprimand me. Miss Lauren, she spoke it. They tried to revoke her. They drove her crazy like Morgan Freeman did to Miss Daisy. I am not insane.